Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. As my lessons progress through the ABRSM Grade 6 Music Theory Workbook, I now turn my attention to Question 2, Exercise 7. And in this particular exercise, we are required to realise a figured bass where we interpret the figures, or indeed the lack of figures, into 4-part harmony, in this case in a major key. And of course, we are required to observe all of the rules of 4-part harmony, and in addition to observing all of the rules of 4-part harmony, we are able to demonstrate a passing 6/4. The full lesson can be found on my Patreon channel. If you visit patreon.com/Sharon Bill, you'll find the full lesson there, and you can find links to the lesson in the cards and in the description box below. After this short little video, you can find sample examples of this lesson showing you how I work through all of the exercise note by note, step by step, explaining everything that you need to understand. Everything you need to understand this advanced level music theory can be found in my Harmony and Composition textbook. This book is available from Amazon, and again you can find the links to that in the cards and in the description box below. Enjoy your studies. So we have a key signature of 1 sharp, that could be G major, it could be E minor. The fact that there are no sharps indicated in the figures mean there are no accidentals, so it's unlikely to have any raised sevenths, and then we can find we have a G at the end, which does really confirm that we are indeed just in G major. So although we're told what chords to write here, it's helpful to have an idea what we are going to be using. So maybe just sketch out your chord options here. So we've got chords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. G is our chord 1, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Of course it's F sharp, but your key signature will deal with that. Building your triads, 1st, 3rd, 5th. So we have here no figures, which means it's a 5/3. So you're counting a 3rd and then a 5th. So we have a G, B, D. So we've got a root position G chord. So we need to sort of get a nice even spread of notes. So I think I'm going to put the G here because I don't want the G up here in the soprano part because that's already getting too high. And also remembering that we can't exceed the interval of an octave apart from between the bass and the tenor line. So I'm going to just position the D here, the B here, and the G, double the root. The root is the best note to double. You can double the 5th. In this case, because it's a major chord, you cannot double the 3rd. So now we have a number 6, which applies a 6/3, which is a first inversion chord. So we'll have a B, a D, and a G. So we're going to have a 1B. Now, we're already on the G, so let's stay there. I think if the soprano's got to this top G, let's give them some time to sort of stay there. So we can have a G. I think I want to get this alto voice down again. Altos don't like being too high. So we have a G, G, B, D, and hopefully that's got over this potential scenario. So let's just check. Octave on. So now then we have first inversion B, D, G, a 6/3, a 3rd, then a 6th. So it's a 1B. So the leading note must rise to the tonic. So there's our G. Let's have the alto going down again, G, B, and that can stay. That works nicely. Let's see if we've dodged these problems. So very quickly, that's an octave, that's okay, so we need to be careful there. 3rd, 4th. So let's now move on to this next little section, the last part, We have here a first inversion. When there's no number under the 6, it applies a 6-3, which builds up a third, then a 6. That gives us a E, G, C. We have here a chord 4B, followed by a second inversion chord, which is a 4th, then a 6th above the bass, which gives us a 1C. We would expect that to go to chord 4 here for the prescribed sort of usually expected 4B1C4, and so this stepwise movement in the bass, we reflect that in contrary motion, ideally in the soprano part. Here, however, we're going to go to a C, E, A, and so we have a 2B here, not the expected 4, but we can still reflect that contrary motion in the soprano, all being well. And do remember that in a second inversion chord, we double the 5th. So here we have a C, E, G chord. We have the E. We cannot double the 3rd. We want C. And then we want C again. And then we need a G, don't we? So we've doubled the root, C, C, E, G. Let's just check that's created no problems. Quickly. There are many ways you can arrange the voice parts. So that's okay. 4th octave here, so we need to be careful in the next one. Octave, that's a 6th, 3rd, 3rd, 6th, that's a 5th, so we need to be careful here. But if we follow this contrary motion, that should get rid of most of the problems for us, really. And then G, B, D, that's a 5th, but then we have a 6, so that's okay. So we're okay.